The picture shown represents the pH scale. It shows that when the pH level becomes below 6, then fish are affected by it. What is acid rain? Acid rain is any form of precipitation, such as rain, snow, or hail, that has high contents of nitric and sulfuric acid present in it, causing it to have a pH level below 7. Most acid rainfall is caused by human activities. For example, many factories emit many gases from their smokestacks that cause acid rainfall to occur. When this type of rain occurs, the pH level of water will be significantly lowered, making it hard for many aquatic animals to survive. Depicted in this image is the formation of acid rain, and it also shows some of the effects it can have on an ecosystem. First, acidic gases are released into the atmosphere, and the gases are then carried by the winds. Eventually, the gases dissolve into rainwater to form acid rain. Lastly, the acidic precipitation will fall to the earth, harming the plants and animals. How does acid rain affect aquatic life? Without any added acid, the average pH level of lakes and streams is anywhere between 6 and 8. However, when acid rain is added, the pH can drop to 5 and below. When a water habitat contains too much acid, it will no longer be able to buffer the acid rain. When the water loses its ability to buffer acids, some of the species in the ecosystem will be killed off. Subsequently, the animals that feed on the smallest consumers will soon die as well, until this pattern has continued throughout the whole food chain. Aquatic life and its threshold for acidic water. This chart represents aquatic animals and their abilities to survive under acidic water conditions, ranging from a pH level of 6.5 to a pH level of 4. It can be seen by the blue on the graph. The lower the pH is, the less animals can survive. Why is acid rain a concern? Acid rain is a concern because in an interconnected ecosystem, all types of species will be affected, even the non-aquatic ones. The rain will become more of a concern during heavy downpours or when snow begins to melt. These types of events are called episodic acidification, which means streams, lakes, and the ground have higher pH levels than normal.
What is the impact of acid rain on food webs and food chains? The effects of acid rain impact the food webs and food chains because something abnormal is being put into aquatic systems, which hurt the animals living in the streams and lakes. If one animal is food for another animal, but dies off because of the acid rain, then the higher level consumer will eventually die off because they don't have their food to survive. Are the effects of acid rain reversible? The effects of acid rain are not reversible because we have a sudden change in the aquatic environment that has hurt the animals living in the lakes and streams. It takes many years for an ecosystem to recover, but most likely the ecosystem will not go back to its normal conditions. How can acid rain be prevented? We can use other energy sources such as solar power or wind power to decrease the effects of acid rain on the environment. Pollution is the key factor to the formation of acid rain, and these forms of energy will help reduce the amount of pollution in the environment. What is the impact of acid rain on biodiversity in aquatic ecosystems? Because of the drastic change in pH levels, aquatic life cannot respond fast enough to the changes. For example, aluminum is harmless as a compound, but acid rain causes aluminum to be released into the soils and lakes, so it becomes deadly to the health of the fish and lakes. What new technology is being developed to reduce the impact of acid rain? It's not necessarily special technology to reduce the impact of acid rain, but it's the way we interact with our environment that helps lower the impact of acid rain. We can reduce pollution, use other energy sources, and use cleaner gas in our cars. For example, in cars, a catalytic converter helps reduce the amount of nitrogen oxide released by cars.